Hey everybody, welcome to That's Good Broncos. I am Brandon Perna, and today I'm talking about the Broncos' 3 Hall of Fame finalists, John Lynch, Steve Atwater, and Terrell Davis. John Lynch, probably a Tampa Bay Buccaneer, but he was a Bronco. And I'm gonna plead for their case to have both Terrell Davis and Steve Atwater put into the Hall of Fame this year. That's right, 2 Broncos going in at the same time. Probably won't happen, but I'm going to try to make it happen. That's good, Broncos. Terrell Davis, John Lynch, and Steve Atwater have officially made it to the final round for Hall of Fame consideration. The Broncos are tied with the Indianapolis Colts for most players/coaches to make it as finalists. Indy has Tony Dungy, Marvin Harrison, and Edgerrin James, all worthy candidates. The rest of the nominees include kicker Morton Anderson, coach Don Coryell, guard Alan Faneca, quarterback Brett Favre, linebacker/defensive end Kevin Greene, tackle Joe Jacoby, wide receiver Terrell Owens, tackle Orlando Pace, and quarterback Kurt Warner. That list should make you excited because I think the only shoo-in is Brett Favre. In fact, Brett Favre may be the first player inducted into the NFL Hall of Fame who then returns to the field to play for one more season. In terms of the list, I believe this is Terrell Davis' best chance to be inducted so far. My prediction is Brett Favre, Terrell Owens, Orlando Pace, Kevin Greene, and Terrell Davis get into the Hall. But I'll show you why Atwater deserves to take one of those guys' spots. I believe it's a toss-up between Marvin Harrison and Terrell Owens, and only one if either will be inducted this year. Their stats are off the chart, but both have character issues that may force them to wait to get in. Edgerrin James, a former Colts running back, was great, but there is no way anyone with real NFL knowledge would vote him in ahead of Terrell Davis. James and Davis are the lone running back finalists, and Davis is the clear leader. Tony Dungy was a terrific head coach, but I'm not sure one Super Bowl victory is enough to get him in this year. Plus, he had Peyton Manning, who has been to the Super Bowl with 3 different head coaches. I don't want to get you too excited, but there is a slim, and I mean slim chance Denver may get 2 players inducted this year. Terrell Davis should be a no-brainer, but then you have John Lynch and Steve Atwater, who both have a legitimate shot. However, I do not think you can put John Lynch in the Hall of Fame before you induct Steve Atwater. That would be like inducting Luke Skywalker into the Jedi Hall of Fame before Yoda. It would be a giant disservice to the history of the safety position. Steve Atwater was a pioneer defining how the strong safety position is currently played. Atwater is still considered one of the hardest hitting players to ever play in the NFL, which is an honor John Lynch also shares. Lynch has 9 Pro Bowl appearances and Atwater has 8, but remember, Lynch played 15 seasons to Atwater's 11, meaning Steve only missed the Pro Bowl 3 times in his career. In 4 fewer seasons than Lynch, the smiling assassin accumulated 1,074 tackles, which is insane from his position. Lynch had 736, and the only other defensive player on the Hall of Fame list this year, Kevin Greene, who was a linebacker/defensive end, finished his career with 669 tackles, and he played 15 seasons with 5 Pro Bowls. There are only 3 defensive players on this year's list, and Atwater is the only one who helped evolve the position for all players to follow. He paved the way for guys like John Lynch, Troy Polamalu, and Ed Reed. If you don't think that previous statement is true, consider this. When Hall of Fame finalist John Lynch arrived in Tampa Bay to play for Hall of Fame finalist head coach Tony Dungy, the Buccaneers defensive backs coach Herm Edwards pulled out tape of Steve Atwater, showed it to John Lynch, and said, "This is how we envision you playing." That information comes directly from John Lynch's mouth. Go to the NFL.com/Hall of Fame vote, HoFVOTE, and vote for Atwater and Davis. Sure, your vote there won't get them into the Hall, but it'll look better if they get a high percentage of votes. Finally, Lynch would probably enter the Hall as a Tampa Bay Buccaneer, so sorry, but not sorry, John. I think Steve deserves to be put in now. Also, I did see John Lynch at an Avalanche hockey game recently. See, there he is. No, I did not talk to him. Hey everybody, thanks for watching another episode of That's Good Broncos. Make sure you subscribe here. Give me a follow on Twitter at Brandon Perna. And let's hope the Hall of Fame realizes these Broncos are top notch. Tippity top freaking notch. And should be in the HoF right now.